Let's begin with describing how to converse with customers. Conversing with customers. Now, in your job role as a hotel reception and reservation assistant, you will be required to speak to and address different customers. The norms of speaking to a customer are slightly different from when one is speaking to a friend or a colleague. Effectively engaging your customer is dependent on your ability to sound interesting and convey a positive attitude. Developing good speaking skills involves an increased awareness of your voice, language, body language, and tone while speaking. The following points should be considered while speaking to a customer: voice, language, body language, tone, and humor. Let's look at each of these in detail. Voice. Your primary tool for communication while speaking is your voice. When speaking to a customer, think about the projection, pace, and modulation. Projection. The volume of your voice should be loud enough that the customer can hear you, but not too loud to sound rude, not too soft such that the customer cannot hear you. If the customer asks you to repeat many times, then adjust your volume accordingly. Pace. Make sure you're not going so fast that the customer cannot keep up, or so slow that the customer gets bored and stops paying attention. You can also use strategic pauses, such as pausing just before an important point in order to emphasize it. Modulation. Varying your inflection and volume will keep your customer's attention whether your natural speaking voice is high or low, loud or soft. Next is language. Avoid using hospitality industry specific jargons and terms. Explain the services in simple terms. Use questions to understand the customer's needs and to make sure he is understanding you. Body language. Develop an eye contact with your customer. Use gestures to emphasize points and keep your customer's attention. Stand straight to keep your customer's attention. Shake your head to keep showing that you are listening and paying attention to the customer's words. Be conscious of your posture throughout the conversation. Smile. It engages your customer and makes you more approachable if the customer has any questions. Tone and humor. Use your tone to convey an infectious enthusiasm for the conversation that you are having with the customer. Be positive and upbeat and don't focus on negatives or difficulties. Incorporate politeness and humility into your conversation. Verbal communication skills for a hotel reception assistant. There are three main aspects of verbal communication that need to be taken care of while communicating with a customer in a hotel environment, and they are: number 1, email etiquette; number 2, telephone etiquette; number 3, conversation etiquette.